900 horses under the hood, 19 cars on the grid, 100 laps to the finish line. Top speed around 300 kilometers per hour. Gentlemen, start your engines! Oh yeah, roll the opening. Hey, how you doing? My name is Joseph Motiki. Welcome to POV Sports. Today we're coming to you from the Vancouver Indy, where it's all about horsepower, harnessing raw, unbridled energy and unleashing it to full effect to get to the finish line first, POV style. First, we ride shotgun with James Hinchcliffe. He's a 16-year-old race car driver who doesn't have his driver's license yet. He's got the pole position on POV.
This is my Formula 2000 car. I have 9 podiums and 10 races. This is my 125cc shifter kart. I have 5 top 5s in the last 6 races in the North American Pro Tour. I'm race car driver James Hinchcliffe. This is my dad's car, and I can't drive it yet because I don't have my driver's license. Being able to race cars but not being able to drive them on the road is kind of weird. You should be able to take the test based on, your skill level as a driver. Because this sport breeds maturity at such a young age, because kids recognize very quickly that speed is dangerous and they become a lot more responsible. I'm old enough to race cars, but I can't drive them. The series president, Brett Goodman, always makes a point to make a joke about that. He goes, well, in first place today, James Hinchcliffe, whose mom had to drive him to the track today. This is my license. You see that little G1 below my picture? Yeah, you get that when you're 16. That means you can only drive with someone who's got their license in the front seat. But as of tomorrow, that all changes.
Watch the seagulls, James.
I learned to drive standard when I was 10, and I don't know who's really taught me. I guess racing's taught me most.
James, there's a wet puddle.
Oh,
James.
sorry. I've been kind of teaching myself and getting, little hints here and there. Apparently I brake too late. I don't know, maybe that's one of the bad things about racing.
Braking, not so hard, James. Turn left.
Dad, I've been racing since I was
James,
9 years old.
You have to slow down. James, you have to slow down.
The rim stuff on my driving test wasn't bad. Parking's gonna be the big one. You never have to park a race car.
Good work.
Racing is very different than street driving. To be perfectly honest, street driving scares me. The whole fact that when you're on a racetrack, the people have done a lot of hard work to get there. On the road, that's not always the case. This is at a heel-toe shift going into a corner in the race car. You'll be on the gas down the straightaway, then you go onto the brake, hit the clutch, slide the gear in, and blip the gas all at the same time. I won't be doing that on my driving test. A good racer has to have a bunch of different skills. They have to be smart and be able to make quick decisions and smart decisions. Because when you're on the track, you don't have a lot of time to think things over in your head. It's just like instinct. Providing I pass my test, I'll be pretty happy tomorrow. I'm pretty sure my life starts the day I get my license. 50, is that all? Man, I'm probably just gonna be gone driving somewhere. Maybe I can find an abandoned racetrack and do a few laps.
Now, after hearing that, 1 horsepower doesn't sound like much, true. But imagine steering 800 pounds of pure muscle around a track at 60 kilometers per hour. It's no easy task. Just ask this jockey in training.
Hi, I'm Jillian Sharfstein, and I ride horses. Fast. Real fast.
Norfolk Knight and Jill Sharfstein. It is Norfolk Knight to win the finale.
Actually, I was under a year old. My mother took me out to a friend's ranch, put me up on one of their old quarter horses, held me up on there, and she said I threw quite the wreck when they took me off. Nowadays, it's not so unusual for women to be out riding the races. If you asked that question about 10 years ago, yes. There weren't too many women out there.
There you go,
I love everything about racing. You're up before half the world. Everybody's still in bed and you're out half in the dark and you're on your first horse and you're awake. And it's unreal when you see the sunrise off a horseback and a little bit of mist coming off the racetrack. And it's calm, it's freeing. Every horse has a different personality. They all have their little quirks, their likes, their dislikes, things they will and won't do. And that's the major part of our job, is being able to pick up on that really quickly. You want to play? I joke around with the horses all the time. I like to attribute characteristics to them and personalities. I'm not really sure if that's true, but I have a good time doing it. This is the jock room. Let's go check it out. This is my box. This is my little corner of the world. This is where I come before the races, after the races, in between the races, and these are my win pictures. These are the races I've won this year and the horses I've won them with. This is the color room. This is where all the silks off all the horses stay. Different owners, different trainers, they each have their own, and we wear them when we ride their horses. Let's ride. First race I ever won, and the feelings you get from it are almost undescribable. It seems like such a small thing. It's just a nose on a line drawn in the sand, basically. But it picks you up, makes your whole day. If it's a big race, it can be one of those moments in your life that you remember forever.
Pulling away for Jill Sharfstein to win it by 3 lengths.
Someone asked me if we've got the horses to get the job done. On this, the Horsepower episode of POV Sports, we got the horses to do anything we want. Don't believe? Here's another dose.
Hi, I'm Roberto Moreno, and I drive for the Head S competition team based out of Indianapolis. We go around the world racing kart racing. 19 races around the world in 6 different countries, 3 different continents. We need a home away from home, and I'm going to show you a little bit what we do when we're racing. We have a big transporter with a tent so it doesn't rain and it doesn't get too much sun on the guys walking. We've got 2 cars that we race with, and they all come in this transporter, which I'll show you a little bit about. If you come inside, on the top here, you have a place where we take the race cars. The 2 race cars come up on the top of the transporter here, in a nice, safe place. Down here is where we take all the parts from the racing car, all the spares, and the mechanics do some work here. This is all the gears. We can use each gear in different circuits. It's how much we carry. This is my helmet. This is a very important safety device that we use behind the helmet to stop the head going forward with those straps here. This is very, very important. Because I sweat so much when I'm driving, we put in a little fan here to dry while between sessions. And every material that we use on the suit, the balaclava, which we use on the head, before you put the helmet, it's all fireproof. You can go in the fire for 2 minutes with it without burning your skin. Everybody has fire protection. So all the mechanics, each of them have a fire suit here. Everything that needs to be very safe. Racing is a very safe sport. Hi, I hope you enjoyed it, and this is my home away from home. Thank you.
My name is Billy Camphausen, and this is kart racing. KART stands for Championship Auto Racing Teams, Inc.
Welcome to the Molson Indy Toronto! Woo!
They call me the mayor, and this is my town. Fundamentally, I'm responsible to move the show from one venue to the other. 2 days ago, this was a parking lot. When I came here, I had a blueprint I very finely marked everything out, measured it, and when I came on the site, you can see marks that I put on the ground here. Each one of the competitors gets the same amount of space so that the competition is kept very, very fair. Championship auto racing teams, we're based in Indianapolis, Indiana. We've got close to 100 people in our office. We travel on a given weekend, an event weekend, about 120 people. We've got engineers, surveyors. We have our own safety team, which is far from none, the best in the world. Probably looking at about 2,000 people to be able to put the show on. The volunteers basically support us. They help us inspect the cars, they help us weigh the cars, they help push things around, deliver lunches, and actually show the race fans around. And we want to make sure that people go away from here happy. We want to put on the very best show that we can. There's an awful lot of thought that goes into everything that we do. The qualifying is complete, the race is ready to happen, and now I become the cop. My position right now in the pit lane is overseeing the officials that are up and down the lane. The number of teams that we've got here, we call them entrants, and that's a car and driver combination. We've got 19 of them. The cars are powered by Ford Cosworth engines. They have Bridgestone Potenza race tires on them. The whole car, when it's all pieced and put together, is about $750,000 US. Okay, if we don't have any problems, we'll come up with a countdown. Everybody got drivers in? All right, wave it. I absolutely love my job. This is something that I wouldn't give up if somebody offered me all the money in the world. Well, that's about it. We just wrap up now and get ready to start packing up. Thank you for visiting our town. Please drop by and visit us anytime.
Hey, how you doing? We are here with Jamal Myers of the St. Louis Blues. How you doing, Jamal?
Good, good.
Excellent. All right, now listen, I was kind of curious to know, what is like the worst sport that you still try to play well at anyway?
I'd say bowling. Terrible bowler.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't matter how many times we get out there for charity events or different things, but anytime I get out there bowling, I'm terrible.
What's your worst score ever?
Probably in the 70s.
7? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't laugh like that. That's horrible, but that's pretty, yikes, that's crazy. All right, so now I'm kind of curious to know, in terms of the other guys in the St. Louis Blues, is there one player that you know you could absolutely, positively skunk?
In golf?
Yeah.
We got a lot of guys that are good golfers on our team. I don't know, I'd be hard-pressed to find someone, but maybe Freddie B. Freddie Brathwaite thinks he's a good golfer, but I know that once I'm out here, I could take it to him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, sometimes the links are just no place for the brothers. I just don't know. Listen, thanks very, very much, Jamal. Much appreciated.
Nice
Jamal Myers, man. Paul Tracy just won the Vancouver Indy. He is the king of horsepower. How you feeling, brother? All right?
Got the king right there.
Oh, look at that, man. That's right. He is the king of horsepower, no doubt. So whether it's about muscle or machine, it's all about horsepower. Now, if you want to let us know about what you thought about today's program, or you want to get some information about the show, all you have to do is log on cbc.ca/POV Sports. I'm Joseph Moticki. It's important to know the shot from every different angle. But the most important point of view
is yours.